Our topic for today is patterns of business ownership. Okay, our topic for today is patterns of business ownership, and our target for today is class 10. So at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to identify the basic patterns of sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, and business ownership. Now, the students are also expected to determine the difference between sole proprietorship and corporation, and the difference also between corporation and cooperative. And also, it is the student must know the value of having a business.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your Father will be done on earth.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to test, but deliver us from evil. And Father, and Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Attendance first. Amaparado. Garcia. Reyes. Present. Is there anyone absent? No, ma'am. Okay, let's start our class.
Okay, class, good morning once again.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, why is it you feel so sleepy? You have no energy today, so before we start our class, I will divide you into 3 groups. So this will be first group, second group, and third group. Second group. So, what are you going to do is, I want you to think of a greeting, any greetings that you will choose in your group. Then when I say group 1 will stand up, then say your greetings. So when I say good morning group 1, so you will stand up and then say your greetings. So are we clear with that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start. Okay?
Ready?
Ready?
Ready, ma'am?
Good morning, group 3.
Happy to serve!
Good morning, group 1.
Ayaw ko sa'yo.
Good morning, group 1.
Ayaw ko sa'yo.
Again, you don't have an energy. Come on, more energy, please.
Ayaw ko sa'yo.
Okay, good morning, group 1.
Ayaw ko sa'yo.
Good morning, group 2.
Mabuhay!
Okay, so I guess we are all ready. So as a sort of review, yesterday we discussed about the definition of a business. Okay, once again, a business is an organization or economic system where goods and services are exchanged for one another or for money. Okay, are we clear with that?
Yes.
Am I missing something? Okay, so since we've already discussed about the business, about the definition of business, I guess we already know what business is. So today, I want you to think of a business which is present in your locality or in your city. So I will be calling someone to answer. Any volunteer? A business that is present in your locality or in your city. Okay, Miss Micah. Okay, very good. You got it. So, another.
Internet cafe.
Can you please stand up?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Internet cafe.
Okay, very good. So, last one. I want to hear it from here. So, Miss Shirley, can you hear one?
Business. BPO map. Call center.
Okay, very good. You get it. So now, since you already know about business, I will turn you to Ma'am Aisa. Okay?
Okay, class, we will now proceed to our topics for this morning. Our topic for this morning is about the 3 patterns of business ownership. These patterns involves the sole proprietorship, the partnership, and the corporation. First, I will discuss the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is known as the sole trader, or simply a proprietorship. It's a type of business entity that owned and run by one natural person. Sole proprietorship, from the first word sole, means only one. A business that is a sole proprietorship is also called proprietorship, meaning only one is the owner of a certain business. For example, a sari-sari store. The owner of a sari-sari store is only one. And another example of a sole proprietorship is the writers, the consultants, and other local restaurants or other local businesses. Thank you. And sole proprietorship has advantages and disadvantages. The first advantages of sole proprietorship is instantly, easily, and expensively. Why is it is instantly, easily, and expensively? Anyone knows why? Class? Do you know why is it sole proprietorship is instantly, easily, and expensively? Anyone in the class?
Because
Yes, Mr. Pinili?
you don't have any partner, so there'll be less kuhaan ka na sa salary.
Yes,
Payment
that
salary.
would be another factor. That is one factor that is sole proprietorship is instantly, easily, and expensively because you are the one owning the business. You will not spend more money to pay for the salary of a manager, for example, because you are the one who owns the business. Everything that comes out in the business or profit that the owner receives is for the proprietorship profits. Everything that the income, the expenses, all of the expenses that the owner has to have, the benefit of it is only the owner. And second, it very little, if any, ongoing formalities. So, only little formalities is going on the sole proprietorship. Because you will not have for example, in corporation, big companies. So, in sole proprietorship, only one. And then owners may freely mix business or personal assets. So, everything that the owner has or he has some assets, other assets like, for example, he has another property. He can mix it with the owner's profit or
Then the disadvantage, first is personal liability for the debts, losses, and liabilities of the business. So in sole proprietorship, the owner is liable for the debts, or if ever the business will not work, the owner is the one who is liable for everything that will happen on the business. If it grows better, if not, the owner is the one who is liable for that. Then second, owners cannot raise capital by selling an interest in the business. So the owner is the one, he cannot, for example, in sole proprietorship, the sole proprietorship do not need a big capital because it depends upon the sole proprietor if he wants a big business and need a big capital. But sole proprietorship, it involves small start business. Then the third disadvantage is the simplicity of formation. It is very simple formation because only one is the owner of the business. Do you have any question, class? No. Okay, and now we will proceed to the partnership. So the next one is partnership. So does any one of you have any idea what is partnership? When the word partnership comes into your mind, well, what do you think it is? Partners, okay. So in a business, partnership this is a legal form of business between two or more individuals. And these individuals, they share and they manage they both share and manage the company or the business. So under partnership, there are two varieties. Number one is the general partnership. Partners here manage the company and both of them assume the responsibility or any liabilities of the business or the debts. They are responsible for that. Now, how about the next one is the limited. Partners here they only serve as investors, so they don't have any control of the business itself. Neither are they reliable for any neither are they liable for any let's say like debts or any obligations in the company. They don't take part of that. So when you have a kind of partnership business, you should make an agreement. That's very important. In your agreement, you should state there how the business decisions are made. There are only three how. Number two, how disputes are resolved. And number three, how to handle a buyout. Or when we say buyout, it is the acquisition of the interest. Okay, so that's very simple under this agreement. There are only three things that you need to remember when you make an agreement with your partner. So let's go to the advantage and disadvantages of partnership. So when in partnership, there are advantages and disadvantages just like any other businesses. So the some advantages of a partnership is that there are two heads. So two heads are better than one. Do you believe in that? Yes. When there are more heads, so there are more ideas rather than one head. Yes. Okay, that's the advantage. But the disadvantage of partnership, there's a risk for conflicts among the partners. So we cannot deny that. And the other advantage of having a partner is that the business have higher borrowing capacity. And the next one is they have high caliber of employees. So if you want to choose a partner, so you are free to choose those kind of employees who have high calibers. Can we say they're like very known businessmen or businesswomen. But the other advantage for that is each partner is responsible for they are only individually responsible for any liabilities of the business. And to give you an example of some partnership very common in the Philippines, so are you familiar with PINOC? This is Philippine National Oil Company. And another example is the mini stop. Are you familiar with mini stop?
Yes.
This is also an example of partnership. And another one I'll give you is the Manila Water, Manila Water. These are just some of the examples of under partnership. So, class, if ever you plan to have a business someday, make sure that you look for a partner who is very reliable and honest to you. Okay, any more questions? Okay, so let's proceed to the third one.
Okay, the third pattern of business pattern is what we call the corporation. Any idea what a corporation is? Anyone? Corporation.
More than 2 or 3.
Okay, you have a point there. So a corporation is a legal entity created by the state or the government whose assets and liabilities are separate from its owners. So this corporation is owned by a small group of people whose intention is to make the business or run the business. So forming a corporation requires developing a legal document called the Articles of Incorporation and submitting it to a government or to a place where the business will decide to reside. Okay, what is an Article of Incorporation? Do you have any idea? It is quite a deep term for business. So, Articles of Incorporation, when we say an Articles of Incorporation, it is a set of legal documents. So, it is filed with a government body to legally document the creation of a corporation. So, in here, it pertains the important information, the name of the business, the address, the type of business they will undertake, and the type of stocks and amount they will issue to each shareholders. Okay, so when we say corporation, we will ask ourselves, is it really hard to start a corporation? No? Yes, because it entails a lot of documents, licenses, permits. So how to start a corporation? It will involve creating first a business idea. So when you have the business idea, you will still have to fulfill all the requirements as set by the corporation law. So it needs to acquire all relevant documents, licenses, and employer identification number. Now let's proceed to the advantages and disadvantages. So one first advantage of a corporation is that it has a limited liability, meaning the owner is only limited to what he invests or the capital he invests in a company. So it doesn't matter if he has more personal or other wealth outside. So ang iyang liable to the business is only the capital he invested. The second one, it has an unlimited lifespan, meaning the business will last forever. Unless otherwise, it will be stated in the Articles of Incorporation that the duration of the company is only for 20 years. Then the third advantage is that it has an ease of transfer of ownership. So this means that the ownership can be transferred anytime, like when the owner would like to sell his stocks to other people. So now we have the disadvantages. First disadvantage of a corporation is it will entail double taxation. So, double taxation means that the corporation will file a profit tax to a government. And then from there, the net proceeds will be divided among the shareholders, and then the shareholders will also file for their dividend tax. So it will have double taxation for the part of the shareholders. Next disadvantage is that it has an expensive initial cost. Meaning, it would really make a huge amount of money when you invest in a corporation. So, and last disadvantage is that it will have conflict with BODs. Just because this is composed of many group of people, so it has many ideas, many other issues or interests. So that is why in a corporation there should be a what you call the CEO or the Chief Executive Officer or the Chairman of the Board. He is liable for the final say of a corporation. So that would be all for corporation. Any questions with that? Okay. So for our assignment, please, Agnes.
Class, since we have no time, I want you to research that assignment. I want you to research the preparations before taking a business. That's all for our topic for tomorrow.
Okay, so we don't have any much time, so I will give you a homework. Okay, please get 1/4 sheet of paper and copy this one. Okay. It is only true or false. Okay, number 1. Sari-sari store is an example of corporation. Number 2, business farmers are both responsible in handling the risk, debts, and other obligations of the business. Number 3, one advantage